Good morning. It is Tuesday, and this is Investing Bros. On the macroeconomic news front today, we are looking at Fed Bullard speech going on early this morning, 4:30 a.m. Not sure who he's talking to at that time. That is 6:30 a.m. in D.C., and I was there long enough to know nobody is working that early over there. We had building permits come out today. That was the big one. Came in at 1.491 million building permits. Powell's testimony is going to be taking place tomorrow morning, and I don't think we really have anything major this week until next week. And Trueflation coming in neutral, guys. Absolutely neutral there. 2.52% here on the Trueflation coming in neutral. No change. Bitcoin, $25 million almost in liquidations. 13.9 million of those are short liquidations, guys. So people are trying to short Bitcoin, and it just keeps hitting resistance, and then they short, and then it just turns around and says, nah, fam, I'm going up. It's not a beret. It's a newsboy hat, man. It's a flat cap. What was the name of that show, T-Shrew, that they had all these hats on? That's what I'm
Blue's
talking
Clues?
about. No, not Blues Clues. Look at that Ethereum liquidations, guys. 15.2 million on that. And it's coming in about equal on longs versus shorts. The winner in the past 24 hours for the liquidations is Binance. It's looking like still 77% are looking at a 25 basis point rate hike in July. September is going to be 66.6. We need to change that number. 66.6% chance of staying static in September if we have that occur in July. So even if this flips and we go pause right now in July, it's still saying in September that we will still be at 525 to 550. So Peaky Blinders, thank you, Daniel J. I appreciate it. Peaky Blinders. You guys know Bitcoin's just moving on its own out here and doing its thing, crushing a lot of people's hearts and souls over there. Bitcoin right now currently coming in at 26,850. It has got a rejection be Monday evening. So last night in the evening time, we had a perfect rejection candle wick up into the golden pocket there, getting that rejection, and now just sitting sideways for about 12 hours now, guys. Looking at 4-hour candles here, we can see on the prime oscillator that we do have a nice overbought showing up here, 2 blocks of it and a downtrend. That ribbon is about to pinch right now, and it does look like we could see a little pullback on this. I'll be watching for this 50% line. We are sitting above the dynamic reactor. That was where this push down that we had occurred here. Looking here at the RSI primed, this is our exclusive RSI indicator oscillator that we have, sitting right above the 70% line, not really getting much movement off of that either. Just kind of grinding sideways right now, guys, and that's okay. I would rather see it grind sideways and consolidate. You can see we have a consolidation score of 7, 10 being the highest. So we're pretty high in consolidation right now, but we have not dropped our prime score. Our prime score is still sitting at a 9, which means that we are definitively in a trend with strong consolidation. That gives me an idea that this is going to move to the upside today, guys. If we are to break to the upside, we do have an order block sitting right here above us. And this order block, though, it has low liquidity in it. So we could punch through this very easy. What I think we're going to do is we're going to come up off of the mats here. That is the moving average trend sniper. I think we're going to bounce up, get into the golden pocket again, and then get support out of that, come through this, and then we're going to be into the platinum pocket. I think if we get to the top of the platinum pocket, which is about $28,000, we're going to hit this order block here with medium liquidity in it and the point of control in the fixed range volume profile, which goes all the way back here to March 17th of 2023. So going back quite a ways on here. Ethereum did break below its golden pocket last week here on the 15th of June. We got a nice support test here a bunch of times, a nice fake out wick, which is beautiful to see on the golden pocket. And now we have set ourselves at this gold line. Guys, this gold line is the lower trade band of the predictive ranges. If you look out here at the 786, which is coming in at about 1825, that blue line offset there is the delta line of the predictive ranges. Remember, we typically trade between these two gold bands. I think that we may come down to retest this trend assist and hit that top of that golden pocket. That is possible. Anything's possible. It's crypto. But I do think that that is the likely downside target, would be about that 1700 range right there. But if we break to the upside, watch for the dynamic reactor coming in currently at 1775 Watch for resistance at about 1800 on the mats, and then look for 1825 being that delta line and that 786 on that platinum pocket. And that's what I'd be looking for support resistance there. I'm a little worried right now when I look at the cloud of our oscillator, because the Prime Oscillator Pro is showing us a squeeze on the cloud here. And when we see that, we tend to get a lot of movement really fast. And this would be, since it's high, likely downside movement. You can see XRP on the fibs getting a rejection twice with a double top right there on the 50% line, coming in at about 49.65 cents. Also, at the same time, that double rejection came in on the dynamic reactor right there. We did have the downtrend arrow on the Oscillator Pro at the same time that we had this hidden bearish divergence. So continuing down here, but we are close to the zero line. There are a lot of times that we will get a bounce on the zero line, such as back here. And that's what we could see here, because also at the same time, the cloud bottom is going to be hitting in that range also. It likes to trade within the cloud a lot. So it will just like snake inside of the cloud here. And that's what I'm seeing happen right now with XRP. So it is possible that XRP could bounce here, maybe wicking down to the 382 at 475, but I would not be overly concerned with any pullback on XRP right now.
Deutsche Bank applies for digital asset license amid growth push. They said, we're building out our digital assets and custody business, David Lane, who runs the lender's commercial bank unit, said at a conference on Tuesday. We just put our application into the BaFin for the digital asset license, he said, referring to Germany's securities watchdog. So this is a pretty big move here, guys. Deutsche Bank is a $1.4 trillion assets under management bank. So definitely nothing to sneeze at. I will say that they're not the most stable bank, and we've seen some terrible headlines from them earlier this year. Bitcoin is becoming illiquid at 147K a month in signal of steady accumulation. So what does this mean, guys? Let's break it down. Glassnode's illiquid supply change metric, which measures the number of coins held by illiquid wallets on a specific date, compared with the same day the previous month, rose to $3.9 billion. That's quantity of Bitcoin, around 147,000 Bitcoin. So on Monday, and this was the most since December 19th, the total held by illiquid entities has jumped to a record high of 15.2 million Bitcoin, with the tally increased by 215,000 Bitcoin in the past 4 weeks alone. So what does this mean, guys? Well, it means that Bitcoin is being purchased and sent to wallets that don't really sell. If I'm reading that right, Pipers, that's essentially what this metric is. Illiquid supply change metric from Glassnode. That's basically what it is. You know, it's whales. It's whales buying and holding at these levels. They like these levels. Honestly, this is around the spot where I bought some of the most Bitcoin that I bought in the last 3 months. Nike hints at NFT integration with Fortnite games. You may have heard this story yesterday, Piper, when Piper won Around the Blockchain. This was a story that came out yesterday afternoon, so it was actually featured on Around the Blockchain. Let's hear it for Piper. Give me a +1 Piper in chat if you are happy that he won on Around the Blockchain, or actually had some time to check it out live. I know I did. But Chris Akavan said, NFTs coming to Fortnite game. The Nike logo at the end of this Nike .swoosh Web3 platform promo video seems to indicate that it is. You've got the release date here coming up. Actually, that's today. And then you've got the Unreal Engine logo right next to the .swoosh. So kind of hinting at potentially a collaboration between Nike, Fortnite, Unreal Engine, some very big names in the gaming and NFT space. The Nike Twitter account saying on 6/20 today, the ultimate sneaker hunt begins. So I'm actually probably going to fire up Fortnite today to see what the heck is going on. Play it on my 3070 laptop. 3070, for those of you who don't know, is the name of a spec on a graphics card. That is totally sick. We're going to get into it. I might even stream that a little bit on Discord. It's official. There is a reverse ETF for Jim Cramer in his picks. So finally it's happened, says ETF Heresy by Henry Jim, or Hearsay. So there's an inverse Cramer ETF, SJIM, and then there's a long Cramer ETF, LJIM, effective date December 19th. So I don't think they're out quite yet, but this is pretty funny. Yeah, if you get it, you get it. We'll move on ahead. The Bank of China has issued 28 million in digital structured notes on Ethereum blockchain. So structured notes means that this is a loan, right? This is an actual loan. The securitized tokens are governed by Hong Kong and Swiss law. So there's some serious institutions here playing a part, and it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Wow, you made it to the end of the video. Great job. Now, if you want more content like this, whether it be TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum or altcoins, or you just want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest news in crypto, then stay tuned and tune in to our 9 a.m. live show every single weekday morning. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when you tune in live, use the keyword grip strength in the chat, and you'll get a special shout out from anyone who's paying attention to the chat. Love to see you there.